whole thing is based on hi, Todd and Erin Morning stream, GephartDaily.com. We have a great show today. How are you?
You know, we live together. You know how I am. We drive
How
together.
are you?
And
what's your name?
it's like we talk
So nice.
every morning.
Not really.
On the way in.
We don't. We just stare at each other. All right, so.
Yeah, I prefer you keep your eyes on the road, especially on I-15 next time. That'd be nice.
Got a seatbelt on. Morning Mountain Cam.
You were so excited by this.
I love Morning Mountain Cam.
Although surprisingly, on Facebook Live, many of the viewers said that they really did enjoy the mountain cam throughout the show.
And it's not a still picture because you could see the leaves moving on the tree.
I thought that our red theme kind of, cafe look was nice, but people really do prefer the mountain
This is
cam.
nice. This is a nice thing. What's going on in the news? Oh, that thing, the Boston Patriots guy.
That was really serious, yeah. As a matter of fact, Aaron Hernandez, the former Boston Patriot, killed himself in his cell, and I think we should actually go to Daisy because she's got a more clear picture.
She's going to have more of that
She's down in the
information.
Gephardt Daily newsroom. Daisy, can you explain exactly what happened?
Yes, a startling story out of New England this morning where Aaron Hernandez, the former star football player for the New England Patriots and previously convicted of murder, has hanged himself in a Massachusetts prison cell. According to a statement released by the Massachusetts Department of Corrections Wednesday, Hernandez, 27, was discovered hanging in his cell by corrections officers at the Sousa Baranowski Correctional Center in Shirley, Massachusetts at approximately 3:05 a.m. Fernandez's suicide comes just 4 days after he was acquitted in a 2012 double homicide case. The former NFL great was serving a life sentence for the 2013 murder of Odin Lloyd, a semi-pro football player who was dating his fiance's sister.
All right, that's crazy, right?
You know, we've always loved the Patriots because you're from Boston, so
cheat.
It's kind of like
I know.
Like everyone doesn't.
They cheat. No, we cheat.
Okay.
Patriots. Go Patriots.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. We're still Patriots fans because you're from Boston and that's our job.
I have to.
It's just the way it is.
Red Sox.
That's Red Sox. That's not the Patriots.
It's from Boston, okay?
Oh, so it counts?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Frustration. Springtime is all across the country. For people who make roads is frustrating because the salt and the water and the snow ruin streets.
Oh, you get these massive potholes. It's always a nightmare this time of year.
And so this one gentleman was so frustrated with it that they thought it was because he lived in a poorer section. But this is the thing they're dealing with. And this is not just one pothole. This is a road of potholes.
Yeah, that's not good.
And they're talking about flat tires. You're talking about realignments.
One guy was complaining. He says, "Yeah, I hit a pothole. My front license plate fell off. I didn't know that."
And he got a ticket.
And he got a ticket for it. So they're like, "Really? Because you can't bother to replace the pot?" And so they were feeling frustrated because it's a low-income area. They thought they were kind of being slighted for that.
So this gentleman decided to get some spray paint, and he paint something on it that would make it stand out more.
It would draw attention. It would bring awareness to his concerns.
See, that is a phallic symbol that has been put on a pothole.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Got the attention, by the way.
As it should.
Which is a good thing. And the city immediately
Bringing awareness.
Immediately came out and painted over it. Didn't touch the pothole.
Are you serious?
Just painted over it. You know what I'm thinking?
Wait, they didn't fix the pothole? They just painted over the symbol?
Yeah, this could work in Utah. Except for we'd have to be a lot more sensitive, right?
Well, no, this isn't the kind of community where you can do those things. You really.
Hang on one second. You could do this. You could do this.
What?
Right? A fanny or a butt. And that would be less offensive. Hang on. What's that? Oh, that would make it a butthole, wouldn't it? Okay, thanks. Let's move on, shall we?
All right, I really want to smack you for that, but I'm not going to because you were so good to me yesterday.
Thank you.
No, but Todd really is, he's like the world's best husband because I was really, really sick. Thanks to my 6-year-old and her petri dish of death that is kindergarten, where they all cover each other with germs and they bring them home to us. So as soon as I'm finished with strep throat, I'm pretty sure Ebola is next. But anyway, whatever it is, I was really sick on Sunday, so I couldn't go over to my mom's for Easter. And so I stayed home and I sent Todd and the kids off. But I felt sad because I'm like, I didn't get any of the scalloped potatoes or the ham or anything. So what does my wonderful husband do yesterday? He goes, I'm going to make you Easter dinner and we'll have a do-over.
Now, prior to that, I did bring some scalloped potatoes home and I put them in the fridge, but I ended up eating them. And she got all.
I was gonna smooth over that part and just give you like full props here. But the point is, you made me scalloped potatoes,
It's cooking time.
and they were delicious.
That's the
Ooh,
way
look
we
at the
roll at our
roux.
house. Making the roux,
You made me a roux.
heavy cream, some milk, doing this. And
Wow.
yeah, we're
Could there
fast.
be more butter? Yes.
This is
there
the
could
first
be.
time I
Oh,
ever
there's
made 'em.
cheese.
Yeah.
I know, and they were wonderful.
Look at
You
my
did such a
technique
good
here.
job.
Boom. Yeah, see, I got
Yeah,
good
that was
technique.
very. Yeah, that was
Done.
kind of
Oh, look at
swashbuckling.
that. Look at that shot.
They were
That's the
delicious.
money shot right there.
That was delicious. Ham and everything. That was
It
really
was
amazing.
fun.
Thank you. That was very sweet of you to make me dinner.
You're welcome.
That was the world's fastest. You didn't even give a recipe there, did you? It was more
Why?
just like try to guess what
It's
I
the
put
first
in
time
here.
I made it. You're on your own. It's like the belligerent cook guy.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
It really is. All right, let's go to Daisy. She's in the Gephardt Daily newsroom. She's got information about everything that happened overnight. She's brought to you by Columbus Travel. Columbus Travel is having their big April sale. This is the month that you can save hundreds of dollars off all your vacations. All you have to do is go to columbusvacations.com for more information. And by Executive Transportation, white glove California style service at Utah affordable prices. All you have to do is go to executiveutah.com. And all Utah plumbing, heating, and air, whatever you manage to break, John will fix it for you with 24-hour service. AllUtahPlumbing.com. Daisy, what's going on?
Hello everyone, here's what's making news today on GephardtDaily.com. An 18-year-old man is being questioned by detectives in connection with an armed robbery in Kearns Wednesday morning. Police say the suspect walked into the 7-Eleven at 4637 West and 4515 South around 4 a.m. and held a gun to the clerk's head while demanding money. Police caught up with the man a short while later near Kearns High School and after a short foot chase took him into custody. The 15-year-old boy who was hit by two vehicles in front of Syracuse Junior High Monday night has died. Police tell Gephardt Daily Dakota Kilburn was first hit by a southbound vehicle on 2000 West and thrown into the northbound lanes, where he was pinned by a second vehicle. The teen was flown to Primary Children's in Salt Lake City, where he passed away Tuesday. And the search continues in the Grand Canyon for a Vernal, Utah grandma and her grandson who were swept away by high water late last week. 62-year-old Luann Merrill and 14-year-old Jackson Standifer lost their footing during a family trip and fell into a tributary of the Colorado River. Rangers remind people that this year's runoff is expected to be extreme and to be extra careful around streams and rivers. And now a quick look at weather along the Wasatch Front. We'll be drying out today after some pretty heavy showers overnight. Wednesday's high should be in the lower 60s. Expect more rain and slightly cooler temperatures Thursday into Friday with highs in the upper 50s. That's it for now. More headlines 24/7 on GephardtDaily.com.
All right, so this is not the time of year to mess around with his plumbing needs. All Utah Plumbing. Now, there's John. He's helped me out. You need a plumber. You need to have the number. I need you to put it in your phone or write it on the fridge or something, because, you know, finding a plumber when you're knee-deep in the hoopla in your basement is not a great time. And if you establish this relationship with John and the rest of his guys, they can come out. They will take care of your sprinklers. They will take care of AC. That's coming up if Utah's weather ever decides to work with you on this. Your AC unit, your furnaces, your plumbing, waters, leaks, sinks, garbage disposals, they're all waiting for you, and they can do it for you. Just remember, allutahplumbing.com. Then they'll help you out. I have a new addiction.
Oh, good. I'm hoping that's going to be the one that replaces the Home Shopping Network.
No, I think it happened because it's replacing the dang giraffe having a baby.
Thank you, April, for finally having your baby and releasing my husband from your insidious hold.
It is Home
True.
Shopping Network.
Ah, crap. Back again? I
It's
thought we
been
were moving
years.
past that.
I thought the rehab worked, but it didn't. I found myself watching, the Ugly Jewelry channel, and the stuff is just horrific.
Yeah, but it feels like you're holding something. It's got some weight to it.
And they're horrid. They're red, white, and blue on sapphire, and they're like $800.
And it's pure enamel.
And you know there's someone sitting at home that's like waist deep in jewelry. And they're just like, you know, selling their spleen so they can get that brooch. And I just can't. Do you know that's the Home Shopping Network? Mm-hmm. You know, Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs?
I love Mike Rowe.
That's where you got to start.
That's who everybody thinks you are, by the way. People have asked him for autographs twice thinking he was Mike Rowe. It was awesome.
I charged them.
Oh, yeah, you should.
That's where you got to start, actually. I thought it was funny. And I remember 2 years ago, I got stuck on the knife channel.
Yeah, I remember that. That's when you got 300 knives for $65.
For $69, $69.95.
300 knives.
And they came to me. And guess what I got? I got $69 worth of knives.
No, it really wasn't even $69
They're
worth.
horrible.
Yeah, it's. I think it was the first one that you picked up, and then we put it down and it bent. That I went, well, there you go.
So,
and you were so heartn't you were
really
like a kid who had
was.
found out about the Easter Bunny or something.
I thought, here's a great deal, and I was conservative. I didn't even go for the one with the samurai swords. Or those Klingon.
Lord. The Klingon ones were kind of awesome. I could almost accept you buying those.
Don't do it. They're not good. I'm surprised, right? $69 for 300 knives. All right,
sorry,
where are
baby.
we? Coming up.
Yes.
What do you do with over 1,000 gallons of bad mayo?
Bad mayo? I'm hoping deeply that it's buried somewhere far, far under the ground. Bad mayo smells really bad.
We'll find out. It's coming up.
Merit Medical. Why work for fast food wages when you can start at Merit for a whole lot more? Merit Medical. Great products, great people, a great company. Learn more at merit.com/careers. The law offices of Robert J. DeBry and Associates, with offices in Salt Lake City, Sandy City, and St. George. Check them out at robertdebry.com. The Todd and Erin Morning stream is actually available anytime at GephartDaily.com. Just click on the Todd and Erin page.
They are so smart at Michigan State University.
Why?
Well, it's a big campus.
True.
Yeah, it's a big campus, and they had some issues with some refrigeration, some storage. In this case, we're talking about 1,250 gallons of mayonnaise.
We've learned this lesson at one of our picnics 2 years ago, that mayonnaise is not supposed to be clear.
It's a little tip that
You've had it out there a long while in the trunk of the car.
What's 1,250 gallons of bad mayo look like, you're saying? It's disgusting. It looks like mayo. All right,
Really?
so here's the story.
Okay.
What do? Do you take it to the landfill? You could.
It's liquidy, so that kind of is a problem. What do you do with that?
I don't know, the cholesterol level
Now
for
that
the
I think about
seagulls
it.
would go crazy. Right? You don't want that.
You don't want seagulls throwing up either. That's
No,
not good.
you don't. But the interesting thing is that they have a very cool thing at Michigan. They have a anaerobic digester.
That sounds awesome.
Who knew?
Oh, no, these things are amazing. It's part of the whole scientific thing that they were doing.
Look, that's a lot of mayo.
Well, some of it started when they were trying to do some of the digestive things that could work maybe on some of the bacteria in the sea, or get rid of some of the,
Composting.
the flumes. Yeah, and so
Composting. And they fire and heat all these different buildings using the digester.
Did you see the color of that? It was like the color
Yes.
of a zit once you pop it.
Oh, now you just ruined it. It was a really nice story right up to that
No,
point.
it really was never a nice story.
Oh.
It was creepy.
Anyway,
That was the color.
here's the funny thing. So the college guys made, men and women, made the digester, and it's working great, and it was such a good thing. But where's the statement? Mayonnaise was getting all over everything. Some carpet was getting smeared, and we all had dress clothes on. We didn't see that coming.
Really?
1,200 gallons of mayonnaise, and
Which part of this was a surprise
it's
to you?
gonna get on you. That's just the way it's gonna go.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
1,200. 1,200.
You know, I have to admit, I really was excited. I wish we had gone to CinemaCon this year. Todd's not a big fan of the cons because we cover so many of them, but I still love them every time. But
My idea-
CinemaCon was cool.
My idea, and I've actually talked to Mr. Farr.
Dan?
Yeah, Dan Farr. And I want to have the ex-con. And so you just have parolees
He
come
wasn't
up,
really laughing when you
take
shared
pictures, take pictures with famous criminals.
that. Well, okay, do you remember the...
Oh, you could have them sign art. The prisoners could sign their art.
All right, do you remember The Fifth Element? How random that was? That was
Yes.
the French movie with
Loved
Mia
it.
Jovovich
Loved
and
it.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
They've got a new one coming out called Valerian that's very, very similar. I'm really excited to see with that whole random... It's same director, same sort of bizarre outfit wardrobe styling, and it's really, really freaky. But they just took a look at it, and it was 100% positive review. So I'm dying to see it because it's so weird. You wouldn't think that it would be like kind of an acquired taste, but no, apparently not. They're also directing a movie about the ugly dolls. Yes, the dolls that we all bought our kids. They're making it a movie.
Which ugly dolls?
The ugly dolls, like Zoe's ugly dolls. Remember, there's the bat. Ugly
Oh,
bat.
them, yeah.
Those, yeah. That would be it. Cinema Star of the Year was Charlie Hunnam from Sons of Anarchy.
Okay.
But the biggest one apparently was Jumanji. They're redoing it because why wouldn't you?
Right.
And that's Dwayne Johnson, and he's going to be the star of that.
Oh, cool.
The Rock seriously is like that one thing is like, this seems to be failing. Let's put you in here and make it work. Like Fast and Furious, when that started flagging,
CNN.
they threw him in.
He's going to rock CNN.
Right?
Right?
He'd be perfect.
No, he's doing it. He's already cut the promos.
Are you serious?
It's going to have
You're
to
joking.
Anthony Bourdain, The Rock. He's going to cover music and stuff like that and social
out.
connections and stuff. I thought
I
that
had
was
no
cool.
idea. We interviewed him once in studio, and I think it's the closest I've ever come to humiliating myself. Todd will still point that out. No,
Oh,
The Rock is astonishingly beautiful.
The first words in the interview, he comes in and sits down, and she says,
You're really beautiful. Dwayne, you're just really beautiful. Your skin, your voice is really beautiful. You're just really... And he goes, well, thank you. I exfoliated today. And I'm like, yeah, I can tell because you're really beautiful.
and meanwhile, every woman and some guys in the studio area all had their faces pressed up against this small
I
window.
really felt like I spoke for all of us
little
in the
drooling.
most pitiful, unprofessional,
He is a
inarticulate
handsome
way.
man. He's a handsome dude.
Yeah, he is very, very handsome.
I would like to use a really bad thing and tell you something that you probably don't even know about, but I want you to know this.
Okay.
The Fifth Element
Yes.
with Bruce Willis and...
Mia Jovovich.
She's so nice.
Her husband's the one who directed
Do
that.
you
She was-
remember when they go to the concert and there is a singer? Remember that lady and she was blue and she had long tentacles and it was just, you're like, man, listen to her
And they
voice.
called that the impossible aria.
Yeah.
That the notes were too high, that there was no way that you could have alternated
It
between
was the
notes.
range. And so I saw the video yesterday, the first time it's ever been performed by an Asian woman, and she nails it.
Heart stopping. I'll put the link up on Facebook for you because it really is amazing to watch.
All right.
All right, moving on. You and John had another project yesterday.
Oh, plumbing. Plumbing at its best.
Why does this remind me of Saturday night?
Because you won't slow down, that's why.
Okay, we're here with John with All Utah Heating, Plumbing, and Air. And what are we doing today?
We're going to install a brand new toilet in my downstairs.
All right, so the question is, why are we doing this at your house and not mine?
Because my guys are freaking jerks and they won't stop breaking my toilet. That's why. We're going to start by putting the tank on, then the seat on, and then voila. It's the easier way to do it.
All right, time for the tank, right?
That's right. We're going to do the tank now.
All right, what do you do first?
So the first thing we're going to do is put the little rubber spacers on.
Okay,
And those are important so that the tank doesn't rub the porcelain to porcelain.
this makes sense. And then, of course, you got the bolts for the tank.
Yep, now we're going to put the bolts of the tank right through the holes, and then you start putting on the little washer,
Right.
and the little nuts that come with it.
And there's a secret here, isn't there?
Yes. So you use the weight of your arm a little bit, and you put it on, snug it up, then you go back and forth like a tire. If you've ever done it, do you know how to do a tire?
Yeah,
do you
of
even
course
freaking
I
know
do.
that?
Come
Okay,
on.
Good. At any rate, and then once we got that done, now it's time for the seat. And look, it's a self-closing seat. I love these. Oh yeah.
That's so cool.
Okay, the next step is replacing the bolts and the wax. It's real simple.
Okay.
Some of this, I use a putty knife, some of it already came off. Here we go. Okay, we put the bolts on. What this is going to do is just secure it to the flange. This is called a flange. You get it snug, then you find center. You move it to center, Time to tighten it. Now you just slip I've got a flange on this. It just goes right in there. It helps direct things. You put it on, and then give a little push. We're ready for a toilet. Here we go. I'm just gonna pick it up,
Right.
carry it right on into the bathroom. It's kind of heavy. Some people can do it. If not, there could be two of you that carries it close to in place, and then one of you set it. Now I'm gonna fasten the toilet to the flange.
Cool. Hey, are you doing a lot of AC work right now?
Yeah, it is really starting to pick up with the weather.
And you must be doing a lot of drains and sewers.
Oh gosh, we're doing drain and sewer.
How do you put up with the sewer thing?
It's fun. You would not enjoy it. Oh, we're doing a bunch of water heaters too, man. I mean, the water heaters are really coming in. So now what I'm going to do is put the supply line on.
All right.
I've got a wrench that you're going to see, Todd. I put this part on first, and you can see that this is not attached. The reason why is I can tighten this completely and then put it on to the fill valve that's inside the tank. And that's what I'm going to do now. This can be just barely more than hand tight. And there you go.
We need a test.
Okay, let's give it a flush.
Yay!
Look at that, Todd. Thanks for your help today, Todd.
Thanks for flushing.
Nice. It's almost like Richard, our cameraman, went right
Down the tube. Right.
Nice.
Hey, we got a bunch of other DIYs.
Yeah, this is really easy. If you want to go to our DIY page on GephartDaily.com, there's a whole page full of all kinds of DIY things to do. Stuff that you can fix yourself, stuff that's really easy to swap out like that toilet. Or there's stuff that you probably don't want to do. And John will take you right up to that point and go, why don't you just give me a call after this? He's really funny. Do you know he used to play in like this acid metal band?
Yeah.
Because he's like the nicest plumber in the world and he just looks all pleasant. And then you find out he's just kind of like this lunatic.
Coming up, we're going to point out just how crazy Canadians are, and that's coming up next.
We're brought to you this morning by Executive Transportation. Elegant service, professional style. Go to executiveutah.com. And All Utah Plumbing. Your home deserves the best. 24-hour emergency service at allutahplumbing.com. And by Columbus Travel, the best travel deals on the planet. Be sure to take advantage of our April sale. columbusvacations.com. Did you know you can catch the Todd and Erin Morning Stream any time of the day or night on Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud, and GephartDaily.com.
All right, picture's worth 1,000 words. A bad situation in North Carolina. Husband and wife were fighting. It escalated.
Oh, I hate domestic
Silverware. There was a gun. There
Oh,
were
man.
knives,
Okay.
kitchen knives. The gun was thrown aside. That's good. And
But in favor of the sharper implements?
the woman got a couple knives involved,
Okay.
and she was arrested.
All right.
Now, a lot of times, you go to jail. You
The
have
mugshots
that.
are terrible. The mascara is smeared and you're crying and
You're
you're
regretful.
visibly shaken because of what has happened.
And you realize you had done something terribly wrong.
Yeah.
Not in this case.
What do you mean? I'm going to jail and I just don't care. I'm fine with it.
Listen, seriously.
Look at that. That is
Look at
awesome.
the face.
She's like, doesn't matter.
It
Perfectly
doesn't
happy.
matter.
I am
Throw
perfectly
me in,
happy.
Throw me in jail.
It was
Look
worth
at her face. This is a face that's like, hey, we got a surprise birthday party for you.
You know what? Maybe it had that same level of satisfaction for her.
Oh my God.
That was not a woman who was in the slightest bit sorry. Whoa. Hey, you're going to jail. I know. I don't care.
Yeah.
No, really.
You're going to have to wear orange.
You're going to be there for a while. I don't
I know.
care. I don't care.
I'm a happy,
It was
happy
worth it.
gal.
Totally worth it. Yeah.
Anyway, I just thought that's stinking awesome.
I probably shouldn't be laughing, but that is pretty good.
Another story out of North Carolina. And it is spring.
Yeah.
It's spring, and animals get a little frisky,
Wildlife. Very fun.
chasing each other around, and lady came upon this.
What is it? Oh. Well, there you go.
So it's a mating ball of snakes.
They call it a mating ball.
They do.
One,
Now you remember we were up
two.
at Red Butte Gardens.
Oh yeah, and the two rattlesnakes.
And
that
they they had some of the people who worked there, and they're kind of cordoned it off because it's right next to the path. And
It was lucky they were there because every male instinct I know is like, let's poke it with a stick. So it was really lucky there were some professionals there. But
a
yeah,
lot
so
of very awkward conversations to their
Lots of
kids.
well, yeah, they were trying to be educational. But
They're like,
I'm not
"What's
sure
going on?"
how do you explain how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5.
It's not important to count. It just
5,
happens.
6. And they
You know
call
they
it a
said-
mating ball. Is it because they get confused and no one's sure anymore?
Just like life. And then I started thinking, you know
That
what?
just is really
Snakes are kind of sexy, aren't they?
Not like that. Ah!
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Look. Oh.
You know, you're like a 14-year-old
Look at-
adolescent. You know
they're
that,
in
right?
love.
You were like a 14. Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you have the cultural sensibilities
So,
of an
right-
18-year-old frat boy.
Right, that Barry White walks into the scene. Takes over, and it's funny. It's nature. It's not dirty.
You were so childish.
The wild kingdom.
What you are. You're an 18-year-old frat boy.
It's just spring. I don't know what it is with me. Which is going to make the final thing we do really annoying. But
Okay.
and before we do that,
Yes.
where can everybody, if they wanted to see all of this and they
Yeah, because
wanted to...
if you want to share the snakes.
Oh, and we are taking your photos, by the way. Photos and videos, and it's really easy to do.
Yeah, just go to our Facebook pages, Gephardt approved. There's Gephardt Daily. There's also Todd and Erin Facebook. Just go to any one of those. You'll see today's show and just post your pictures underneath it in the comment section.
Yeah. Just comment, attach, send it. And we're using them on the show, so we'd really like to
We
see
love
yours.
the family pictures because there's always something awesome going on.
Really?
Sometimes there's a story behind it. You know, I can't even tell you some of the near fist fights between me and my sisters in our family portraits.
No nudes.
We want the story.
Right.
Yeah, we've had a couple of those, don't you?
Yeah.
guys?
And it's always the wrong people, isn't it? All right.
Yeah, it's always the people who look like your high school principal, not like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Same as with nude beaches. The same thing happens.
we've learned that.
So Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister, Canada, have a man crush on him because he's so awesome.
He really is.
And it just seems like he cares, and he does, and he. I think he's really carrying the country into that caring way, and so
And he's freaking smart.
he's like a neuro something.
They were talking to him about like these inexplicable
He's
math
got
solutions,
brains.
and he's like, he nerded out. He's like, I can totally answer that.
Quantum computing is what he just happens to know. Anyway, the point being, Canada, I've been there. It is a beautiful place. Quebec City, wonderful. Toronto, incredible. Good food, really nice people. Poutine, or what's it called?
Poutine.
Poutine.
Oh, yeah.
French fries, gravy, and cheese.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
Yeah, you
But there's
can't.
one more thing that's a secret in Canada that they have, and it's beavers herding cows.
That's
Right?
That is the most adorable thing I've
Right?
ever seen.
You don't see
Oh,
that
that
every
is
day.
so cute. Forget the dog. Yeah,
Look,
babe.
there he goes.
You're
Here-
out of here, babe.
Here come the cows.
Oh my gosh, how precious. Oh, look at it. And I love how they all kind of wait, like, are we going? Are we going? And he's like sniffing and like looking at the air, and he comes back.
He's like, don't step on my tail.
Oh,
That's all
that
I
is
ask.
so freaking adorable.
So you guys have a great day. Thanks for joining us today at the Todd and Erin Morning Stream on GephartDaily.com.